We stumbled on a leaked phone call transcript between Wike and Tr0uble of Kogi State. This call transcript exposes the tricks and the games played by Wike before the presidential elections in Nigeria. This man single-handedly confused and brainwashed the southern Nigerians to believe that he was spearheading and he was trying to actualize a southern presidency in the country. But first of all, before we show you the transcript of this phone call conversation, let's play an audio coming from Tr0uble himself, where Dino exposed all of the games and antics of Wike.
My primary business is other people's businesses. If I open my can of worms and maggots on Wike, but I'm waiting for him. His territory that he's trying to practice is my own primary constituency, and I'm waiting for him. He's a pretentious character, he's a liar, and he has no integrity, no iota of integrity. Wike was calling me when Atiku Abubakar was to announce his running mates. I have records, and I've printed it out, and I'm waiting for him. He called me 19 times in 2 hours, begging us to convince Atiku Abubakar to make him the vice presidential candidate. So when I see him lying on TV, because of the south of this country, because of southern Nigeria, the name of moves to south, you that were lobbying us and begging us, promising us heaven and earth to convince Atiku Abubakar to make you vice presidential candidate, to the extent that he was at the airport. I have a video. He spent hours in the airport waiting for me to call him to say, Atiku have picked you as a... He was at the airport here, waiting, calling me. He was calling me, my brother and friend, who is were in the Senate together, was also calling me that day. I have witnesses. I even gave the phone to Abdul Ningi to speak with him. I gave the phone to Senator Zameri to speak with him. He was begging all of us, promising heaven and earth. Atiku should announce him. It was around 1 or so that I told him, Oga, nobody will give you vice president. That was when he left and then flew back to... So the man who was so desperate to be vice president, because you didn't get it, you now started a southern agenda. I don't believe in such unprincipled, zero integrity character like Wike. The man, Wike was the one who brought Ayu. Wike was the one who sponsored Ayu. And that was why Wike made all the governors to endorse Ayu. That's why there was no election in the national chairman's office during the convention. Ayu was unopposed. Now you are saying Ayu must go, you want to go to the south. Maybe because of the alcohol he took. Maybe he thought Ayu is from Abia State when he was supporting him. Because Ayu is from the north. You are the one that brought Ayu. When did you now realize that Ayu is a northerner? But he was doing that time to satisfy his own selfish ambition of becoming the presidential candidate from the south.
As you can see, based on that audio from Tr0uble, Wike was very, very desperate to become the vice presidential candidate to Atiku Abubakar after losing out in PDP's primaries. As you can see, this clearly shows that Wike wasn't fighting for the southern part of Nigeria. He was fighting for his own personal interest. And now, let's look at the voice transcripts between Wike and Tr0uble when Wike was waiting at Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, waiting to hear that Atiku Abubakar has named him or has appointed him as the vice presidential candidate. Let's look at this transcript and let's see what we can find here. Wike said, "How are you doing? Good morning." And he was referring to Tr0uble, and Dino replied by saying, "Good morning, oh." And Wike said, "Any updates? Have you spoken with him?" And this him here is Atiku Abubakar of the People's Democratic Party. And Wike also said, "Dino, now you supposed to do this thing for me, oh." And Dino replied by saying, "My oga, I did do my best from my side, but it be like saying if I them want." The Ifeanyi mentioned in this call conversation is Ifeanyi Okowa of Delta State, the former governor of the state. But anyways, Wike replied by saying, "Alhaji tell me already, but you know I'm an elder in this party. Wetin I fit do to change my mind?" And Dino said, "It's not in my hands anymore, Wike. but no leave Abuja just yet. Things fit change. This shows that Wike was in Abuja waiting to be announced as a vice presidential candidate under Atiku Abubakar. But Wike replied saying, I dey airport, make I wait. So Wike was at the airport. Maybe he was trying to leave or travel to River State, or maybe travel out of the country. Nobody knows. But Dino replied by saying, just hold on, my oga. Atiku is currently having a meeting. I go try convince him. This shows that Tr0uble was a link between Atiku Abubakar and Wike, and Wike was using Tr0uble to fulfill his ambition to become the vice presidential candidate under the People's Democratic Party. Anyways, let's continue and let's see what we can find in this call transcript. Wike replied, I am ready and willing to do anything. Money no be problem. So at this point, Wike was panicking. He even promised cash gift to Tr0uble. He also promised cash gift to other people, other political cabals in that party. But let's continue and let's see what we can find in this conversation. And Dino replied by saying, money no be problem, but it go hard. This simply means that even if Wike submits large amounts of money to the party members, he can't really convince a lot of people because maybe Atiku wasn't sure of Wike and he wanted to go ahead with Ifeanyi Okowa of Delta State. And Wike replied by saying, if Atiku no announce me, wahala go dey. Wow, what does this mean? If Atiku no announce me, wahala go dey. This means that Wike was ready to constitute nuisance. He was ready to thwart the abilities of Atiku during the presidential elections and during the campaign season. And now we are getting a clearer picture why Wike did not side with Atiku, why Wike even formed a faction in the People's Democratic Party to go against the rulings and go against the rules of the party. Wike even went as far as endorsing Bola Ahmed Tr0uble of a different party from the All Progressive Congress. Anyways, let's continue. Wike said, I don't spend plenty money during primaries. And Dino replied by saying, my oga, I did do my best from my side. Wike said, I still the airport, make I call you back. And the call ended. Now we get a clearer picture. Now we know the reasons why Wike was against Atiku Abubakar. It's not because he never wanted a northern president. It's because of his own personal reasons and personal gains. Based on this voice call and voice transcript, you can tell definitely who this man is. And if you've been following the recent conflict between Wike and Sim Fubara, Wike made a very, very crazy statement that should get him arrested immediately. Wike openly said that if he demands billions of naira from the River State governor and River State government, it's justified because that is his political structure. Such comments and statements can land Wike in trouble in a sane country because you can't come out and make such comments in a public space. But anyways, the Nigerian police force and other security agencies will not see this man and arrest him. They are not even bothered. Anyways, if you want to understand the conflict and the fight between Sim Fubara and Wike, if you want to understand every single detail and secrets hidden behind that conflict, just click on the video showing right now on your screen. This particular video will explain all the secrets and expose